Hey guys, it's PDS. Today I want to talk to you guys about the remote duel locals. So these are pretty interesting. Of course, you guys might be familiar with normal locals for TCG. So these are events where you go to a store in person and you play at a tournament. So they try to recreate these in remote duels. So remote duels basically, you get your webcam, you have your cards in front of you, and you play. And those are great. I love playing in those, but they also have them for Duel Links. So how do those work? So the way they work is obviously you don't need a webcam, you don't need a microphone, you don't need any of that. All you need is your game, either your phone or your computer. You can play on either or. And then all you do is you sign up and then you can play with other people. So it's great. Of course, there is a $5 entry fee. So that is right off the bat. That might discourage a lot of you. Of course, if you can financially afford it, it is really nice because you do get a tournament pack on entry, and those are really nice. So that's great to at least you're getting reimbursed, especially if you like opening packs. The other thing I like about them is that it's usually pretty small. 4 to 12 players is not a lot of people, so like you can basically just play a whole tournament in about an hour to 2 hours, which is great, especially if you're busy like me. You don't have a lot of time to be playing all day in some events, unfortunately, but these are great for just quickly getting out a competitive needness you have. The pricing is pretty decent too, so you have decent pricing, like the OTS packs like I mentioned, and then depending on the number of people that enter, there's additional pricing. So I've won 8 packs, 10 packs in a single time, which is really nice because they're actually and some remote duel locals, they definitely have all OTS as pricing, which is amazing because those packs, like I mentioned in a previous video, you can't actually buy those packs in a store. You have to get them from an official tournament store, sanctioned by Konami. So as far as the actual rules go, what is the rule set? So I pay my $5, I enter. This is all on Discord, by the way, guys. So you enter the Discord, you pay your $5, you sign up. What's the next step? So usually you're gonna wait for people to sign up, and it's gonna be at a certain time. So different locals have different times. So some are like really good for me because they're late at night, because I work a 9 to 5, but some of them are earlier, some of them are later. It all depends on which ones you're signing up for. I'll probably have a schedule to some in the comment sections pinned, but I have to gather all that information first, and then from there they ping you when the round starts. So all you got to be doing is just making sure you're checking Discord every so often. So now that you are signed up, right, what is the format? So the format that Konami has decided for these is best of 5. So you play 5 games, a best of 5. So whoever wins 3 wins, and it is 45 minutes per round. So best of 5 is really interesting because it does actually have side decking, which is not something you usually see from Duel Links events. But the thing about these events is it is unlimited side deck. So what does that mean? That means that any card in your collection is allowed to be side deck. So that basically means you can remove 20 cards and add 20 cards. So you can just play a completely different deck if you really wanted to. You can play a different skill. It's unlimited side deck. So it's kind of insane. You can even add extra cards. So like let's say you play 21 game, you can play 25 the next game. So it's basically just you can play whatever the hell you want. So it's kind of insane because if you're somebody like me, you got a lot of money spent into this game. You can really abuse this like to your favor. Especially, I'll get into that a little bit more, but just you guys can form some ideas of your own. So that is the rule. So best of 5, unlimited side deck, pretty short usually. There's cool pricing, and it costs $5 to enter. So it all sounds fantastic. So let's keep talking about the pros. So some of these pros, it's competitive, but it's not too competitive. You're definitely going to be seeing some try-hard Onomot players, Cyber Dragon players, Gaia players, but you're also going to be seeing, some really interesting people, to say the least. Those Bronze 5 people, they're coming in with their Quintet Magician decks. It's quite humorous, especially because you get to spectate these, so they're always great to watch. I've seen some guy playing, some Orgoth Goki deck just completely dominate Onomots. It's really hilarious. Of course, there's cool pricing. So you get your OTS packs, you get some of those poker chips, even sometimes playmats. These playmats pretty pricey. It's honestly, for me, it's worth it just for the pricing because you basically get your money back just based off of what you can resell. But if you're not really interested in reselling it, It's more about the actual products itself. The products are also pretty good, so I like that a lot. It's almost daily. You can find the locals basically any day of the week. So whenever you want to play, you can basically go in, pay $5 and play. So I really like that about it. Now that I've talked about all the pros, I've been praising it, it's time for some cons. So the first thing I wanted to say is that unlimited side is just really unfair, especially if your account is really up there in the card pool. So let's say you're a free-to-play guy, you only have one deck. You spent all your gemmies on Blue Eyes. So game 1 you go Blue Eyes, your opponent's like, okay, he went Blue Eyes. Game 2, he kind of went, a little counter to Blue Eyes, and he sees you're still on Blue Eyes. So what does that mean? In game 3, he's probably going to go all in counters on Blue Eyes. He's going to go anti-discard cards. He's going to go Ally of Justice Cycle Reader. He's going to try to just, Light Imprisoning Mirror in the main deck. He's going to try to completely counter you. And, honestly, as a Blue Eyes player, there's not much you can do about it. If they play that strategy and you don't have a lot of cards, you're just going to get completely countered. So that, in one aspect, is really OP. That's something that I don't know how they would address it. Maybe have like some sort of limit on what you can side deck. But again, that's going to cause more work for the tournament organizers. And they also are usually running TCG events simultaneously. So that is a problem. The other thing that I don't like about remote duel Duel Links tournaments is that the time rules are horrendous. So there is usually never a judge watching the match. So this means when the 45 minutes are up, it's basically just a he said, she said kind of thing on, who's up on life, who has more life points. Whoever has the most life points wins, right? So that means usually, you got 5 minutes left on the clock. Everybody is switching to like resonators. They're trying to gain life points to win into time limit. Yesterday, there was an incident. I was watching one of the invitationals. There was a player, 5 minutes left on the clock. They side decked for about 3 minutes. Then they went into the duel, and their skill was life point boost Omega. He was at 9,000 life points, and the duelist, that he was playing against, he did MST in the end phase, and the guy just sat there for like 2 minutes after it resolved. Like, he was just sitting there, and then the timer ran out, and he obviously had 9,000 life points, so he won the game. So, I mean, I don't want to, witch hunt anybody, but for me, I felt like that was a really that was like a time stall to me. I don't know about you guys, but it definitely felt like time stalling to me. And that's definitely something you would get an infraction for in the TCG. Yeah, so they definitely need to address those time rules. They need judges watching it at least the last games of the match. I know they don't want to watch Duel Links, but like, please, Konami, just have them watch the last games in the round. Like, it doesn't really make sense for those kind of time rules when nobody's watching the games live. And then obviously the last con is that it costs money. It costs money, especially if you don't have money to afford. It's kind of sad, because these might seem exciting to you, but you can't afford to play in them. So, I mean, unfortunately, it has to cost money because they offer prizes. But, that is, for me, that is a real turnoff for some people. So, I hope you guys have learned a lot in this video. Of course, they don't only just do remote duel locals. They also have extravaganzas. They're usually once a month on a Saturday and Sunday. And anytime they get enough players to fire off, they just start at a tournament. So basically, they run all day. You get a little promo card called Amabe. She's about $7 on the market. And you only pay $5 to enter. So those tournaments are insane. I usually farm those up. I have like 20,000 Amabes. I just be selling them. So if you guys want to play, get some cool prizes, I would definitely recommend remote duels. Just keep those cons in mind. If you're okay with them, just check them out. At least play in one just to see if you like it. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll post some locals down in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.